So now we're going to demonstrate how to make this interesting device. It's very simple. What we will do is pull one of these out and open it up, discard that. And we will have our basic battery kit that comes with every Quantum chair. What we are going to do, however, is cut one end off with this pair of cutters. We're going to discard this part. Open that up a little bit, expose the red and the black clamps. What we need to do is split this cable, and what we're going to do is attach the negative side to here and the positive side to here. How we know that is on the inside of the pins, they are numbered. Number 2 is the negative side. It is the same with this. Number 2, which is this one, is the negative side. If you're confused, general convention tells us that the white markings on this side can be traced to the negative side in general. However, I would recommend, if you're making this for use, testing it and making sure that it's wired appropriately. Otherwise, we can have blown electronics, and we don't want to have that at all. So we're going to take the negative side and push it through the back of the insulator and pull it up. Separate that a little more. Then we're going to take the positive side, and it will have ridges on it as another way to delineate what the different sides are, and we're going to push it through as well. What I would recommend is stripping about an inch and then winding to make sure the strands stay together. Then we're going to go ahead and loosen the screw here that retains the wire to the clamp. And then we're going to take the wire that we stripped, and what we want to do is make sure that this actually goes around so that a clockwise motion will be tightening it. So we want to start from the left of the screw, and we want to take it and put a little twist right there. Then tighten it back down. Since we're not going to mechanically affix this to the clamp, we will tie a knot in this end to prevent undue stress in the system as we use it. And I'll demonstrate that later. put this back in. So our positive side is done. Again, we're going to take about an inch, maybe a little more. And twist it down to make it where it's almost feels solid. And then we're going to take make sure that the wire is going to wrap around so that the dead end or the end of the wire will be moved into the clockwise position and tightened, and put a wrap on that. And then we will retighten the retainer screw, or technically it is a bolt, even though many of us would refer to it as a screw. Tighten that down. Then we're going to pull the black insulator back up around the entire piece. We're going to make sure our cables are all about the same length. We're going to pull all that out. And then here I'm going to put a knot in the system just to reduce the amount of stress that's on these on the cables on the inside of the insulators. Now, that's how you make this handy device. I learned this little trick from a young man in Salt Lake City. Thank you, Art. Hope you don't mind me using this. This is a universal way of testing the batteries in a power mobility device. I understand that Quantum provides the ability to do this through the programmer and the joystick as well. However, not all manufacturers have that ability. What I would like to do is demonstrate how to use the device that I showed you how to make earlier. We're going to plug it into the joystick here, and we're going to attach our voltmeter here to the alligator clips, the red to the red and the black to the black. What you're going to notice is that we're showing about 30 volts on the system. Usually this is going to be closer to 25 volts. Now it's down to 21. Now I'm going to load test it by backing it up into the brick wall that's behind me a little bit and see how much the voltage drops. So we wouldn't expect it to drop much below 24 volts, if at all, if we have good batteries. We're going to hold it for about 10 seconds, and that looks good. Looks like our voltage is holding strong even with our testing. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to use the other end of this dongle that we created to test the charging systems. Flip up the armrest so I can reach the charger. This is the charging cable, and I'm going to plug it in here. And what we're going to notice is that as soon as the charger comes on, it's going to pop up and show that it's going to be providing somewhere close to 30 volts. That tells us that the charger is working okay. Now if I were to unplug the charger, and you're going to see that it's going to go back down to about the 24 to 26 volt range. And that's for really well conditioned batteries. If the batteries were not that well conditioned, it may drop all the way down to 24, 23 volts. And that's how we use this on a Quantum or any other manufacturer's piece of equipment. Thank you.